Hi everyone, I brushed my hair today, and what does that mean? I'm filming a YouTube channel. That's about it, true. Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a little art project. I originally saw this on Instagram, and it's an embroidery canvas thing. You basically take line art, you sometimes can paint half of the canvas one color, and then embroider any image that you want. I want to do something like this, but then kind of do it with a twist. So I wanted to do more embroidery on it and use more than just kind of line art in different colors with it. I've never embroidered before, but I was really inspired to do it because it looked really cool. I'm thinking of doing two pieces of artwork. The first one is from My Favorite Murder. It's Karen in Georgia, and one of their favorite quotes is, "Call your dad, you're in a cult." And I originally actually saw this on their page. Editing Emma here. When I look back at these videos, I actually said the girl's name wrong multiple times. It's actually Rachel Flannery, and I'll link all her stuff down below. Because she actually sells these in prints and I believe in stickers as well, so go and support that. But I thought this would be a great print to try out and do some artwork with. The second one is a racing racetrack. Racetrack? It's a racetrack from F1 Racing. It's the Red Bull Ring. I actually picked this one because it's one of the only ones that doesn't look like lines that make no sense, or it doesn't look like an eggplant for some reason. Anyway, I thought these two would be the best canvases to start with, and we'll see how that goes. If it goes well, maybe I'll make a third one. Probably not in this video, but maybe sometime in the future. But yeah, wish me luck. Here are the art supplies that I'll be using for this craft. I'll be using embroidery thread and needles, canvases that I actually picked up from Ross, and this cute pink paint that I got from Home Depot. Because this art is very detailed, I decided to use parchment paper to trace out the image. I will then place the parchment paper on the canvas and then embroider directly on it. I marked where I wanted to paint and then used a small paintbrush over the specific areas. I wanted to give it a singular paintbrush look to it. I then lined up the parchment paper to the painted parts, taped it to the canvas. I would recommend painter's tape, which I did not have, and began doing the 12 hours of embroidering that was necessary for this canvas. In my very limited watch one embroidery video for research, I found you can actually split the thread to make it less thick. I chose to break them in half, or 3 strands each. I then used extra spools to hold extra excess thread. After sewing the major line areas, I pulled away the parchment paper. This was more difficult than I thought, as it would get stuck under the threads. I wanted to do this before I did any filling in of the large spaces. I also used tweezers to help in small areas.
That makes me think they've got to rescind the religious tax status for Scientology. It's been proven that it's not an actual religion.
It's insane.
That it's basically a humongous pyramid scheme. I apologize if it's your religion and you're offended right now.
I don't think they
don't want you to be mad at me, but you're in a cult. Call your dad or someone that can help you.
Your parents actually love you.
For this canvas, I wanted to do drip effect. Simply pour the paint into a separate container and let gravity do its work. Copying what I've seen on other videos, lay out the line art on the canvas. Use your needle to create pinholes into the canvas. You'll sew using these as guidelines. So you're probably wondering, why am I still embroidering when you saw me do this and finish it? Well, the reason is because when I made it, it looked very underwhelming and boring, and I just thought, there's more that I can do, and I can make this more complicated for myself. So I thought to look up the national flower, which is the Edelweiss flower, which I wish was a daisy, but it's not. So I did what I did before with the My Favorite Murder one. I traced it, and then I tried to do it on the back side, but it didn't work because of the madness that's going on here. So I actually ended up putting it on the front here, and I'm sewing it, and we'll see how it turns out.
Hello, my name is Max Verstappen and I'll take you around for a lap around the Red Bull Ring. It's all about trying to use the track on the outside, a bit of a bump in the middle of the corner and then try to run against the sausage curb. Then a very long straight, a bit of uphill. Maybe you don't see it as much on the camera, but in real life it's actually quite tough to run. Braking around 100 meters. It's really important to get good traction out of this corner onto the back straight, which is again very long with DRS. And going over 315 kilometers an hour, which is always very nice. Then here downhill braking, very difficult, mostly front locking. And then again here you try to run over the exit curbs and going into the very fast two left-handers. The first one always a bit of understeer initially, then again using all the curbs, opening up the next left-hander very fast. And again a bit of a uphill battle here before you arrive to a very fast right-hander. Again, using all the curbs on the exit, and then a downhill right-hander to finish the lap.
I took this and this and created me. 10 points if you know what reference that is. Actually, I created these. So I'm super happy with how these turned out. I love the My Favorite Murder one. I think if I were to do it again, I would do the exact same thing. It was very annoying to take parchment paper and then use the tweezers to take it out, but honestly, it wouldn't have been as clean as it turned out. I love the way that the hair turned out. I love the way how the words turned out. I did go back and fix one or two of the letters as well, and you can see all those little holes and where those mistakes are, especially like the Y. If you can see all the dots there. So there's that. And then with the racetrack one, I love this one. I think if I were to do this one again, definitely any line art is perfect to just do the trick where you poke holes in it over the actual printed line art, pull it off, and then embroider on top of that. That is the easiest to do, only if it's simple line art. I wanted to do the flowers like that, but then I realized there's no way because it would be too confusing to know which dots do which. And then I also tried to do the parchment in the back, if you can see on this one, but the problem with that was because I'm doing a back stitch, it gets lost in it, so I ended up just putting the parchment on top of it and doing it, and I think it turned out really great. What I love about this one is when you see it, you see the flowers first, but then you see that there's a track, and I love that. I think there's kind of like a story with that. So with that, these are my two final projects, and I think they turned out really awesome. If you want to do it yourself, I would definitely suggest it. It's not as hard as it seems. You can do any print or image that you want. Anything is possible. I'm definitely going to try and do this again. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I need to put my microphone on.